Hey guys, welcome to my channel. We are going to be doing middle splits today. So come to a standing position and we're going to do some warm-ups. First, just lift your leg out to the side 5 times. And then we're going to switch legs and lift the opposite leg out to the side 5 times. This is going to help activate the muscles that we need to pull ourselves into a split. Next, we are going to bring the knee up and roll it back. This will be like a circular motion. We're going to do 5 on each leg. It's important to get those hip flexors ready for what we're about to ask them to do. 5 on each leg, and then bring the leg out to the side, lift the knee up, and then straighten your leg. This may be difficult, but continue to work on this because it is so important to hold these muscles active for the duration of your middle split. If you do not have the strength to hold these muscles active, it will be harder to reach your split and it will not be as safe and you're at a higher risk for injury. So it's really important to do these warm-ups and work on strength as well as stretch. Next, walk your feet out and we're going to tap opposite hand to opposite leg. And we're going to do 5 on each side, totaling for 10. A lot of times I get a pop here in my hip while doing this, and don't be alarmed, it's totally normal. And with those legs walked out, we are going to come down into a forward fold in a triangle position. Feel free to find movement here, move side to side, and walk your body over to one leg and hold. And then switch legs and really start to feel if there's a difference between the two legs, if there's anywhere that's like catching or needs some extra attention. And next we're going to meet in a downward dog. We are going to lift one leg straight up to the sky, and then we are going to rotate our hips open and fold our leg over. This may be difficult at first, but this is one of my favorite hip opening stretches. We're going to hold for at least 10 seconds each side. And then we are going to take one big step out back into a triangle but facing forward. And then we're going to open those hips up by taking our back foot and opening it up, and then walking our hand to the inside of our foot and reaching the other hand up towards the sky. Feel free to find movement here, hold at least 10 seconds, and then switch to the other side. Remember when you're doing this to open that back foot up so that we can properly activate our inner thigh. Awesome, guys. Now we're going to get into the deep stretches. Now come down on your mat and you're just going to walk your knees out as far as possible. This is called frog pose and it is a game changer. I know this is intense, and when you first start doing it, it is on a whole nother level. So just be patient with this pose. Spend as much time as you need here. When you get comfortable, start to add movement here. There is nothing that shows you where you're tight in your hips like frog pose. So get into it, stay in it, and then I want you to start trying to find subtle movements as you become comfortable. And as you breathe into this position, when you find more stretch, just push the knees out further and further until you can almost touch the mat. Okay, so walk your feet in a little bit more as you bring your torso up. This is just finding a little bit more movement and a little bit more space in the hips. This pose is necessary to reach your splits. And I like to just come into an upward facing dog after this because I find it helps my hips readjust back into place. And next we are going to go to a wall. So scoot your butt in as close to the wall as possible. Activate your thighs and your glutes and pull your legs apart. So we are going to stay here for at least 60 seconds, 30 seconds minimum. When you first start doing this, feel free to sit here as long as you want. And while you're doing this, remember to keep those muscles active. And this pose is going to start to show you if you need to work on strengthening. Next, we're going to just meet on the mat, sitting on the mat. And you can start with your feet together and just walk them away from each other as you feel comfortable. It does not matter how far apart your legs are when you first start. My legs were much more in a V shape when I first started trying to get my splits. As you get comfortable in this position, you can start to move. I do like a lot of my upper body stretches here just so I spend more time in this position. And remember, keep your thighs and your glutes active. Scoot your body forward as you're allowed more movement, as you've been in the pose for a longer amount of time. And then finally, we are going to start to walk our hands forward. This is the ultimate. We are going to rotate our feet. You have to have your glutes and your thighs active when you do this, or you're at risk for hurting yourself. So when you transition from just sitting up straight to leaning your torso forward, activate your glutes and activate your thighs and keep everything in line as you lean forward, and your feet are gonna come forward too. So notice when I'm sitting up, my feet are up, and when I am down, my feet are down as well. So try and stay here, get comfortable, a minimum of 30 seconds, try and make it to 60. As you get more comfortable, you can move more. And remember to breathe. Thank you guys so much for watching. These are all the stretches I did to get to my splits. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to have fun with it. And try and do this video more than once a week to reach your splits.